So this project is painting basically the final bedroom. It's very much in the same condition that the other rooms were in that it's just stark white, was painted 30 years ago, so it's definitely showing its age, and just needs to be freshened up. The only real repair work that's needed in here, or preparation, is the wall on the left here. The wall on the left was new construction, and there's a bunch of, you can see the seams in between the pieces of board they used to make this wall. So I'll spend some time filling that. I am gonna pull off that coat hook that was on that one wall, remove the curtain rod mounts and redo those, and there was a couple other like nails and screws in the wall for hanging things that I'm gonna patch and start all over again with. So we're just starting with removing everything from the room, and then I took the armoire, instead of removing it, just pushing it to the center of the room to kind of work around it. Again, here are the holes that were created when I removed the hooks. So I'm going to take some time and patch those. A couple others around the room where curtain rods were, etc. So again, just using some plaster to fill everything, let it dry, because when it does dry it shrinks. So applying multiple coats, and just trying to get everything to where I liked it. Same thing with the wall on the left, just took my time filling the seams. Would have been better if I had a larger like putty knife, but I was able to make it work with the one I had. The trick here was really just multiple coats, and just building up. So I really, it was like 3 applications. The third one really went on nice and really hit everything. And by doing it this way, I actually had to do minimal sanding, because it was pretty even. So after I basically filled everything, feathered all the edges, I let it dry really well, and then hit everything with sandpaper. While all this was drying is when I ran to the store to purchase the paint and actually start my first coat of paint on the crown molding. So just like last time, I put a coat of paint on the crown molding before I even installed it, just thinking, again, because it's a pretty dramatic color and I'm not painting them white or something, a light color, that it would be good to have a base coat on, because it was going to take at least 2 coats of paint to get these looking properly. To my surprise, pleasant surprise, this green paint actually covered very well, and it actually ended up only taking 2 coats of paint to complete these. So it was the 1 coat while they were down, and then the 1 coat once they were in place. Here's the color. It's kind of like a pistachio green, and the paint went on really nice, and I'm happy with what these look like. So can't wait to get them in place. To mount them, just like I did in the other room, I applied a construction adhesive to the backs of them, and then just press them in place. and held them and made sure they were all aligned while they adhered properly. And I took my time to remove and clean up any excess adhesive or anything like that as I went along. And once they were all in place, I caulked all the seams, the mitered corners, and the seams along the ceiling and the wall, and just clean that all up to get it looking as good as it could before applying the second coat of paint. So here are the crown moldings all in place, all caulked, all the seams kind of evened out and ready for their second coat of paint. One thing I also added was I found a rosette, so I painted it again while it was down and installed it. The light fixture will be changed, so it's just temporarily wired up right now. Then I was able to apply the second coat of paint, covering all the seams and everything, and I'm happy with the turnout. So the next step is to apply the wall color. So it's the champagne color here, and I started with cutting in. So I cut in the corners, cut in the edge along the crown molding, around the doors, and around the window and around the outlets. Once the cutting was done, it was time to roll the color, roll the walls. Just used a regular roller, like a mid-grade roller, and started rolling out the paint. And this, once the walls are cut in and everything's in place, this piece goes very quickly. The paint covered fairly well the color. Again, just painting over white walls, so that makes it pretty easy, but it definitely was going to require a second coat. So here you can see after the first coat, you can see some of the unevenness in the color on the walls, but I let this dry for a bit, and kind of evened out as it dried. Like some of the uneven tone is the wet versus the dark, because the color changed pretty dramatically as it dried. Here it is after the second coat of paint. The second coat covered very well. I had to cut in again with a second coat as well, just to make sure everything looked perfect. And I'm happy with the result. And then here's the room as I started moving furniture back in and back into place. I have the old curtain here, but it's the new curtain rod that I remounted on the walls. Added some artwork. And then finally, here's the room with a headboard that we found, that we purchased, some linens that kind of match everything, curtains that match the green accents, and the room is kind of done for now.